Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm very excited. Are we excited? I am so excited. I'm gonna try and not make too much noise with the bag, but I wanna show you really quickly. I got a bunch of drugstore newness from Ulta. I stayed exclusively on the budget side of the store and found so much great stuff. I have not myself been in the makeup. So while I've had this big time out, I have really just used what I've had on hand, and I've tried a few new things here and there, but not like this. This was a pleasure. This was a day and a moment, and it was like, I'm back. This feels so great, which by the way, thank you guys so much. I am speechless that the video of me coming back was received the way it was and that you guys are just as excited as I am, and I'll leave it at that. I'm really happy just to get back to the makeup, so let's do it. All right, you guys, I've got everything from new Milani Shadow, Essence Blush. We've got a Revolution SuperFix Super Hold Misting Spray. Oh, that's not what I thought it would be. I really thought it was aerosol because it's like this can. It's just like the good old days, you guys. Like I actually feel, even though I'm in a totally new environment and it is sweaty hot, by the way, no air conditioning in my new place. And it's Seattle, so most places here don't really need it. It's cold most months out of the year, but right now, oh my goodness, it is a heat, a wave. So good news, bad news. Good news is really great for a makeup wear test because it will be put through the ringer. Bad news is I'm already sweating up a storm and it's not that comfortable. So we're gonna try and not ramble and just get to the makeup. How about it? We've got Conceal and Perfect. We've got some new What the Fake mascara. We have another mascara, Juvia's Place. Backup shade of foundation. We have some Pacifica Twinkle Paint Liquid Shadow. I mean, you guys, like, I am ready to dive right back into the land of drugstore makeup. Let's begin. First up, we are going to prime with the new Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Putty Primer. Now this is loaded with different types of butters, Maru butter, a few other butters. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it is buttery smooth, apparently, according to the great reviews that are online. And this is going to prep your skin, fill in pores, help makeup to last longer, and glide on. Smells just like their butter bronzer. I'm undecided. I don't know if I like that about it, but let's see how this goes. It has kind of a glossy texture, more so than the smoothing primer that I love from Tarte, that by the way, I still obsess over. I still love that primer. Something I've been doing more recently is using a more packed bristle brush like this, an Artiste brush. This is their Oval 7. You can use your fingers, you could use just any foundation brush. This is what I have on hand, but I'm gonna go in and scoop the product like so, and just kind of brush it on the skin. And we'll just see if miracles happen. Not seeing a ton of change, but doesn't mean that it won't help the makeup to glide right on. This feels like a more slick version of the Tatcha primer where it's almost like a lotiony cream. It's like a hardened lotion that softens by touch. That probably doesn't make too much sense, but it's seriously like a balm. It's more balmy than it is putty-ish. You see, it's like a glossy kind of balmy. I don't know, this is not feeling the greatest. We're gonna go in with the Catrice. I have number 030 Neutral Sand. I also have 020 Warm Beige. Okay, I am very fake tan, and I'm not talking spray tan, self tan, tan. I'm talking the do it real quick before you dash out the door kind of a tan. And this combo I just wanted to share with you guys. I am loving so much. The Jergens Body Bronzer. This is an instant touch of illuminating bronze, a wash off color. It's very oily, but it smells great. And it has a really nice richness about it. And then I have the Bronze Shimmer Luminous Cream in medium from Loving Tan. These two and a self-tan mitt, bop, 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 you're done, you're glowing. I mean, like, my skin looks so beautiful with this combo. But now I'm realizing that this might be too light. Oh my gosh, why? I always put on foundation that is too dark, and the one time I decide to put body makeup all over my body. I kind of really want to do like a full-blown full-day wear test of this because of the reviews, and it's a hyaluronic long-wearing foundation. It's in a glass bottle. It comes with a pump. I mean, so many things are so me. Like, it's so like, oh my gosh, this is like dreamy, perfect foundation. I think that it will work. Like, the texture of it is something I'm really into, where it's that liquidy texture. So you know what I'm gonna do? Because this is too light, I'm actually going to go down to Ulta, repurchase in a better shade, and perhaps we will do a full-on foundation wear test dedicated video to this product. Let me know if you want to see that. So we're gonna kind of switch gears and use a different foundation. I posted a best of 2020, kind of like the favorite products that I loved so much over the past year of not posting. I will link that video below if you have not watched it, but I do rave quite a bit about this product right here from JCat, and I'm gonna mix it in just for fun, just put it in action in this look I'm doing today because it is Drugstore. I am going to take a little bit of this Essence My Skin Perfected Tinted Primer. This is an instant blurring effect primer. Ooh, it's made in Italy. Okay, this is the shade 50 Deep. Obviously, I'm not using this as foundation, but I am going to use this as a bronzer. This is something I have used before. I promise we're going to get to all of the new that I've never, ever tried. The texture of it is so foamy and whipped. It's just a really interesting texture, and I love it. It will shock you when I first put this on. You'll be like, what is she doing? Oh my gosh, this is just crazy, but it blends out so nicely. Trust me, I'm an expert. It's fine. You know what? It's gonna get serious in here. We're ditching the earrings. You know she's serious when the earrings come off. To me, this is such a unique product because I can bronze the face up and I can add a little bit of definition without doing a full harsh sculpt, and it hasn't covered anything up. So I am still gonna go on top with foundation. I'm gonna use my old fave trusty L'Oreal Infallible. This is the 24-hour fresh wear. I am going to test out this Essence My Skin Perfector Loose Fixing Powder. It's a blurring matte finish powder, and I'm using the shade 1. The texture of it is similar to an HD powder. It's not a thicker powder like Coty Airspun. This does seem to have a little more of a silky feel to it. Actually, this foundation did such a good job with my under eye area, I almost forgot that I have new concealer to try out. I have the Conceal and Perfect from Milani. This has been around for a hot minute, but to be honest, I used to love the Conceal and Perfect foundation so much. And while I was at Ulta, I couldn't remember. I was like, have I tried this? I honestly do not remember. And we're just gonna go with, I have not tried it and I'm discovering it for the first time, even though the likelihood of me actually having tried it it's a high possibility. I just forgot. I don't know. It's possible. We're trying it again then. Nice and brightening. This is pretty nice. It's brightening, it's covering, it doesn't crease up straight away. It's not overly thick, so you're able to really press it into the skin, but you don't lose any coverage, so that's nice. I'm gonna go right on top of this with some powder, and I'm gonna take that Catrice powder on a Stilazzi stippling brush. This is an S301. Not really what it's intended for, but I don't know why I've been loving this brush underneath the eyes. I kind of get a bunch of it on the side of the brush. I kind of pat it down. And then I can take the stippling part and kind of whisk away some of the excess. And then kind of bring it around the nose. The parts of the face that kind of sometimes don't want to stay powdered, or that a larger brush would miss. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and just lightly dust the rest of the face. Next up, I'm gonna bronze the face and I'm gonna use the cutest palette for bronzer. I love a Waffle, you guys. I'm a gluten-free girl, but I love waffles, and that seems to be something that you can find pretty easily on a gluten-free diet, just heads up. I love a good pancake or waffle, and maple is probably one of my very favorite flavors of all time. This is the Belgian Waffle Bronzer Palette from BH Cosmetics. I was just really attracted to the colors in here. I thought they did such a nice job with such variety, and you could use this again, you know, not just on the face. There's matte and there's shimmer in here. You could use it as eyeshadow as well. There's highlighter in here. It's just a really beautiful face palette. So let's hope it blends. Let's hope it performs well. I'm gonna take Batter and Cinnamon and just kind of dab it a little bit over where I contoured and bring it up a little bit more on the apple of the cheek. This is nice. I really like this. Wow. Okay. It's blending really nice. Wow, I really like that. Let's just see how some of these swatch, right? Ooh, okay. That right there is powdered sugar, syrup, maple. Ooh, that is so gorgeous. Those are so pretty. I want them all on my face, but I have another highlighter and I kind of want to check that out first. This right here looks so crazy metallic. Let's compare. I think that's the brightest. I'm going to put the Catrice Supreme Rose Beam highlighter sparingly on this side. I mean, that's not a shy highlighter, and for that much pigmentation under 10 bucks, are you kidding me? That's really good. All right, I'm gonna take syrup and a little bit of maple. This is the combo right here. Just kind of tone down that orange undertone in maple, and we'll go on this side right here. Ooh, that's pretty too. Which one is better? They're both nice. I'm gonna have unmatching highlight today, and that's just gonna be the game. We're gonna see how it wears. Ooh. A or B? A or B? It is sweaty hot here, so I feel like I just need a little bit of a cool down. So before we go into eyes, I am gonna take the SuperFix Stronghold Misting Spray from Revolution Makeup. This is it's an ultra matte finish. I did not see that. Yikes. We'll see how it goes. Hope for the best. You know, maybe I need it on a hot day like this. Probably. I am gonna move the camera closer, but really quickly, I'm gonna put on a lip and then we're gonna get two eyes. All right, this is the Juvia's Place Luxe Liner in Sweet Nothing. This was 10 bucks. I'm actually surprised how smoothly that went on. I'm a fan. We're gonna crack into some Cloud Pout from Wet n Wild. This is in Fluffernutter. Oh my gosh. I want to eat that, but don't eat. I'm not recommending anybody ever eat their lipsticks. Why does it reminds me of something. It's like a vanilla but caramel waffle cone surprise. Hint of cherry maybe, but really subtle. What is that? That smells so good. Okay, we're going in. I really like that. It's such a pretty color. It is really lightweight. It feels a little oily, so I'll have to wait for the dry down. It smells fantastic. I'm gonna scooch you guys closer and we're gonna get to eyes. First things first, I'm gonna pop on some brows, and this is a new guy from Physicians Formula. This is the Eye Booster Slim Brow Pencil in medium brown. I've never used this one, so hoping it works out. Brows are important. I like the size of the spoolie on here. It's really petite, so if you're like me and you don't have any brows, this is really helpful to kind of pull the color through. It's a little bit waxy for my personal taste, but this is not bad. I have a new eyebrow face. Do you guys have different like makeup faces that you make for certain things? I don't know when this started happening, and actually, I don't know why I'm even drawing attention to it, but I make this face when I do eyebrows now because I'm like stretching my like tilting back and trying to get the arch, and I'm like this suspicious face. I don't know when this started happening, but I notice it when I glance down at the rest of what's going on with my face in the mirror. This is not like a feathery brow. Yeah, no, I don't think I like this. I mean, this one looks okay. This one is like, why is it like that? There's always one brow that behaves and one wing that behaves and one eye that behaves and the other one is just like, wah, wah. Like, what is that? Essence Contouring Palette. I'm gonna go into both of these shades here, just on a brow brush and kind of set the brow and just hope that maybe that does something. Well, not every day can be a winning day at brows. What can I say? Not my greatest brow moment, but we're not gonna let that get us down. Oh no. No. Let's move on to eyeshadow, shall we? I have this gorgeous eyeshadow palette from Milani. This is the Gilded Terra palette, and I just thought the colors in here were super gorgeous. I think we're gonna play around right here a little bit for a pop of color maybe, but then keep it kind of neutral. I also have the Milani Most Wanted. You guys know I used to always be all about Milani eyeshadow, and when I saw that they had new palettes out, I could not resist. I'm also gonna go in with an eyeliner from Milani. This is called The Tank, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I bought it because I really like the name, and it kind of signaled to me the tank. Like, this is gonna wear all day long. So we're gonna see about that. This is in black. I'm also gonna use What the Fake from Essence. This has volumizing powders, and if we all remember, I used to obsess over their $2.99 mascara in the purple tube, which yes, I recently bought more of while I was purchasing this. I just thought, you know, why not try another one of their mascaras? They have so many of them, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. I am going to fast forward the eye application process. Let's get started. I really love this eye makeup. I love so much of what I've tried so far. Some of it I already have very strong opinions about, which we will talk about in the wrap up after I wear this for many more hours. But I almost hit the stop button before putting on blush, so I'm going to do that really quickly. I have the Essence Blush Lighter Gradient Powder Blush in the shade Coral Sunset. Just going to pop this on. You know, I'm not so sure that did much, but it made me feel better because I always love to wear a little bit of blush. So where we're at right now is this is the completed look. I'm gonna see if it wears well, if the shadow creases, if the powder keeps things mattified along with the mattifying spray that I have here. I'm gonna take one more hit of it so it gets on the eyes. And we will see what happens. I will see you guys in a few hours. It is now almost 11 o'clock at night. I have powdered. I have redone my lip with a little bit of the balm that you guys saw me put on top of the Wet n Wild product. And other than that, I have not touched up a thing. So I have to say this makeup is holding together pretty well. I will share with you what I love, like rapid fire really quickly. We almost lost something new. Okay. The Catrice highlighter, huge win for me. I'm really impressed with the Milani palette that I purchased. I've been digging through a bunch of the colors, swatching them, just kind of continuing my playtime with this palette, and I'm excited to use it again. I'm impressed that the color stayed as vibrant as it did, despite the meltdown weather that I am in here, that it is so hot. Everything has dulled in color a little bit, but it hasn't creased or smudged or smeared. Neither has the liner. Now it goes on a little bit wet and is not my favorite, but it did hold up. It didn't smudge budge. The tank is a winner. You might want to set it with a matte powder eyeshadow if you want to get it to be more mattified, not have any little bit of that slickness as it dries down. But other than that, it is great. It's still on. Looks awesome. I really enjoy the Wet n Wild, the Cloud Pout. I love the Juvia's Place lip liner, really creamy, really gorgeous. What the fake? This is a fantastic mascara, no smudging, no budging, worked well, upper, lower, with false lashes. Can't say a bad thing about it. I will be reaching for this again. I did pop on a little bit of the NYX, the brow glue. I've been using this one for a minute and I do really like it. It doesn't flake. It just kind of helps keep everything into place, nice and tight. Love the Essence My Skin Perfector. Milani Conceal and Perfect. I will use this a few more times. It's not as good as Tarte Shape Tape, but it's pretty close and it didn't crease too much. I did a little bit of this business where you kind of smear or kind of hope that you're kind of blending a little bit of the creasing together throughout the day. But this did brighten things nicely and wore incredibly well. I love the Milani layout of these colors right here. I want to do a complete matte look with this palette. I just love how their eyeshadows blend. So this is a huge smash hit, the most wanted in Partner in Crime. This powder, maybe not my favorite. It did not hold everything into place the way some of my other powders do, so this is a pass for me. The Butter Primer. This is too buttery for me. I really wanted to love it more than I did. I love the butter line from Physicians Formula, but this just wasn't it for me. I need something that's a little bit more mattifying and pore filling and not as hydrating with that slip. I might play around with it again just because I did test this makeup out on such a hot day, but my initial reaction is it's not my favorite. Going into the things that I absolutely don't love that I think I will pass on altogether. The Twinkle Paint from Pacifica, I really wanted to like this more, but it just disappeared within a few hours. You can't really see much of that metallic shine left, whereas with Stila or even some other drugstore versions of what this kind of a metallic paint is, the Koki brand makes a great one. So it doesn't have to be like higher end to work, but I expect a metallic paint to wear a lot longer. So that's why this is a pass for me. This from Catrice, which I have on right now, is just a little too thick, little too bunchy. It feels nice, but I'm not wowed completely to be like, oh yes, upon a first impression, I would recommend this to everyone. This is the Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm. It is very hydrating, but if you're looking for something with a little more color and cush that doesn't bunch up, I just don't think this is it. The Essence Blush Lighter. It just didn't really do much upon application and it disappeared so quickly. So I'm sadly gonna say this is a pass. The Physicians Formula brow pencil was just too emollient and creamy for me. This is the part of the video where I'm just like going full complain and just giving you my honest thoughts of like, yes, no, upon first try. But we all know your mood can change. Like I could try this again and be like, you know what? No, I gave it a second try and it's made its way into my routine. So this is just like a harsh first impression. That being said, I also don't like the SuperFix Super Hold Misting Spray. It just didn't really hold it together the way I wanted a setting spray like this in such a beautiful package to hold it together. I don't know, I just wasn't wowed by it. So there you have it, you guys. This is an old-fashioned try-on, full day wear test type of a deal. I want to do this with new launches, foundations, luxury items, just new things in general. So as always, leave me your requests below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you liked it and subscribe, ring that bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.